I'm Stephanie Hemphill. I am an author of 7 young adult novels. 6 of them are historical fiction, and they range in subjects from the Salem witch trials to the 6 wives of Henry VIII to the Italian Renaissance. What's so great about a writer's workshop is that writing is a very solitary activity. And when you get into a workshop, you get to form a writing group, which means that you're not alone and you're sharing your work with other people. We do lots of writing exercises. We do some where we're writing by ourselves. We do others where we're writing with another person or a group of people. But everything we write, we read out loud. And everybody does it. It is in a non-judgmental, very safe environment, and where we're all supportive of each other. We also, as a part of this program, we select an object from the museum, from an exhibit, and we do research on it. We learn how to do research, which any story that you write, no matter when it's set, if it's contemporary or sci-fi, there's a component of world building. And the details and the things that you put in your story is what strengthens it. It's what makes it realistic. It's what it makes it vivid and come alive for your reader and makes it believable. You will write a story beginning of the week. You will do research about the object that you select. You write a story inspired by your object. It's a short story. And then we do revision on the story, which is really fun because writing is revising. We do a peer critique. We do critiques with me and with other adults. And then you do revision. You do a number of revisions. And then by the end of the week, we get to do a reading and presentation with family and friends in the auditorium. And then the story gets published in an anthology. Historical fiction is specifically set in the past. And so therefore, when you set a story in the past, it's set in a different time period. So it would have the social conditions, it would have details, objects, clothing of the time period, culture of the time period, language of the time period. Sometimes actual historical figures of the time period would come into play in your story, perhaps events of the time period. But it is not just a recount of history like nonfiction would be. It does not have to have specific quotes. It does not have to have, it can, but it's where you jump off and you create your own story that incorporates details of the past. Learning about how to write historical fiction helps you to world build whatever kind of stories that you write. So if you write contemporary, if you write science fiction, if you write fantasy, all of those genres require you to have very believable details that enhance your plot and your story and your characters and take your readers on a journey. If you have an interest in reading, writing, or Iowa history, it's really like going through, in a very short time period, what it's like to be a real writer. I love that this workshop is located in the Historical Museum because we get to go and look at the exhibits, the students get to choose an object, and they get to learn about Iowa history.